Is that working? Is that working? Turn the music down. Turn the music way down. Down lower. Daryl, don't. You're an idiot. So I gotta turn that up. If you turn that up, I can hear that okay. Monet. Wow, we got a lot of echo in here. That's because it's a big room. It's a gigantic room. It's huge in here. Look at it. It's vast. This room is huge. Look at that. You could throw balls and basketballs in here. You could put basket hoops on both sides of this room. Why am I not on yet? It's because I'm still doing stuff. There I am. There's that guy right there. I changed the color of this. I don't know if it's going to be any closer to real color or not because I've got issues. I've got lots of issues. And they're I got issues on top of issues. Why is there a gap over there? I need to fix that. That's disturbing. Shut up. People are annoying me. How's it going out there? How's everybody doing? Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Thank you for all the replay viewers. I'm going to say that first because they're the first ones to actually view this. Because a lot of times when you pop on, it's like people are like, oh, wait, there's somebody online. Click, 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 click. And then someone asked me the other day, why does it take so long for you to turn on? It's like you got this stream going and everything, but I have to turn on Periscope, and then I have to turn on YouTube page, and then I have to get everything set up still. And it takes a little while. There's stuff to do. There's too much stuff to do. And I don't have that much brain power left. So how's Monet doing today? It says there's 5 people in here. Are there really 5 people in here? And they're just kind of watching from the outskirts going, what is this? What's going on here? Who is this? What is he doing? That's the most common question. People pop in and go, what is this? It's Periscope, you silly. If you like it, watch. If you don't like it, don't watch. If you really like it, give me a whole bunch of money. Well, you know what I didn't do? I didn't click on this guy right here and see if I hit the sharpen button, if it makes any difference. Oh, it's already sharpened. If I unsharpen it, will it be dull? There's a sharpen option for this. So if I unsharpen it, I'm just going to be dull. Let's unsharpen all the cameras. And I'm dull. And nobody cares. It was another long day at work. You know, it's been so many months since I've actually worked, and then it's been quite a few years since I actually worked 5 days a week, even though I haven't worked 5 days this week yet. But it's weird. But it's weird to go home on Friday, and then go to work on Monday after you've had Fridays off for years. Anyway, I love the 32-hour work week. I gotta tell you that it's a must if you ever get a chance to do it. I actually one of my favorite time frames was what they called a compressed work week, where we worked 12-hour days for 3 days, and then we were off for 4 days, then we were on for 4 days, then we were off for 3 days, and just kept cycling that. But 12-hour days, that was awesome. I loved that. I don't know why, but having days free during the week is just really kind of cool. Because there's so many things that you can't do on the weekends. Oh my gosh, Janice is here. Hello, Janice. Thank you for coming. And thank you for those super hearts. Did you see that, Monet? She gives super hearts. They sparkle, and they make me smile. I like super hearts. They make me smile. I'm not saying you should give me super hearts, because Monet's giving me a bunch of cool stuff. As a matter of fact, there's a Batman over here that Monet gave me. It's awesome. And there's this Bluetooth thingy over here. If I can click over here, and you can see it, it's on top of here. Oh, the light's shining kind of on it. It's got the time on it. It says it's 5:06. You know what? It's 5:06, and I haven't done a freaking thing yet. But if you could see it, unfortunately this camera doesn't capture it, but from this angle, Batman's on top of the little Bluetooth speaker thingy with the lights and everything, which is really cool. And from here, it's like his silhouette is in the light. It's Batman, because I am Batman. Don't tell anybody. Especially don't tell the real Bruce Wayne. My video froze on my Periscope. Is it froze on other people's? It's still going on YouTube. I changed a setting, actually just for you, Janice. I changed a setting in my output to Periscope to give it, well, I lowered the quality so maybe it won't freeze up on you as much as it did before. So let me know if it's any better. It may not be possible to even tell if it's better or not. So one of the things about today is, of course, it's 9/11, and I'm not going to go into 9/11-ish stuff because it's to me it's a really sensitive subject. I actually, everybody's, I've been seeing on Facebook and everything, and every year it seems like everybody keeps asking the same question: where were you on 9/11? And it's like some people were not in good places. Hello, Bernadette. I was actually not too bad, but I was working in Washington, D.C., and I was about 5 miles from the Pentagon, and it was a bunch of skydivers and we were all working together doing some remodeling on this house because I had just that year lost my job in the semiconductor industry. And so fortunately, my awesome friend Jim let me come to work with him doing remodeling up in Washington, D.C., and so we were actually working on this house. One guy was working downstairs in this huge house, had a big screen TV downstairs. He was working down in that room, and he had the TV on because, he's working in a room with a big TV. He had it on. So he comes running upstairs. He's like, guys, you got to come down here. You got to come down here. And we went down there, watching on the screen as the one building was hit. And everything was going, and then while we're watching it, the other building got hit, and we were freaking out. We're like, no freaking way. And while we were standing there watching that, the ground shook. And that's when the plane hit the Pentagon, which was about 5 miles away. Less than 5 miles away. It was like 4 miles, I think. We were in the neighborhood just to the west of the Pentagon. First neighborhood right there. And we were panicking because our really good friend Bobby Page he worked in the Pentagon every day, and he actually was supposed to be in the part of the Pentagon that got hit because he was doing IT work in there, and he was late for work that day. So we're all trying to call, and his phone was already busy and everything, and the lines were all busy and everything. We couldn't get in hold of anybody, and we finally found out that he was late for work. He called us and said, dudes, I was late for work, which, thank God, he was notoriously late for work. So he did that. And then another friend of ours, Paul, was actually part of the team that went to the Pentagon and was cleaning it up. So anybody that's out there that says it wasn't real and it didn't happen, trust me, it did. But anyway, enough of that. And yeah, thank God Bobby was okay. And thank God the plane hit in a part of the Pentagon that was actually being remodeled and reworked and everything, and very few people got injured or killed there, so that was a fortunate thing. I am baffled at how many people got out of the trade centers before they collapsed, and fortunate for that. But, ugly day in this country, and people talk about it a lot, and that's about all I'm going to talk about it. But thank God for all of you here, and I hope you didn't lose anybody important on that day, because it was weird. We actually went to lunch that day. We stayed. A lot of people were leaving, but the traffic around Washington, D.C. was just soaked. I mean, they closed off roads everywhere, and there was no way we were getting out. So we just stayed and worked the rest of the day. We went to lunch at a place nearby, and while we were there, we actually walked to this place. People were walking blocks and blocks. They were just walking. I don't know where they were coming from or going to, but I guess since a lot of people couldn't get their cars out from where they worked or whatever, they just walked. And so there's people walking all over the place. And I think I was one of the last ones to leave the job site. And we left, and I was driving around the freeway to go home because I lived in Fredericksburg, south of D.C., about an hour. And by the time I got on the freeway and headed home, I was on my motorcycle that day. By the time I got on the freeway and headed home, there was no traffic, nobody anywhere. It was just dead quiet. So anyway, thanks, Bruno, for coming. Enough talking about that. Like I said, enough of that. So today's topic, though, aside from all that, is shy and ego and fear. Fear of fame, fear of fortune, fear of failure, fears. And before I get into playing any music right now, today I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna start every day and just start playing music, and then I'll be playing as everybody comes in. Then we can chat and everything after I play for a while. But today this thing popped in my head also later. I think I'm getting ready for work, and we were getting ready for work and seen and stayed home. Yeah, a lot of people were still getting ready for work because that was on the East Coast, so it was around 10 something on the East Coast. Earlier than that, actually, yeah. But we started really early that day. Great to hear. I'm doing well. Hi, Bruno. So one of the things that popped in my head also today was because of me losing my job. See, 9/11 impacted me in a lot of different ways. It impacted everybody, I'm sure. But I lost my job in July of that year. And so I had plenty of money because I was making, over 6 figures, and I was a single guy living in Virginia. So I had plenty of money. I say I had plenty of money. I was sending a lot of money to my mom and my sister, but I was doing okay. So I lost my job in July and was, making phone calls and stuff, and I found like 4 other jobs. I'd flown to Oregon, interviewed for a job. A meteor just missed my head. I got to watch out for that stuff. That's dangerous in here. Thanks for letting me know that, Bruno. But I lost my job, and I'd found 4 other jobs. I flew to Oregon and interviewed for a job there, and it was a done deal. I'd flown to California and had a job up near San Francisco. It was a done deal. There was a company in Texas that was actually asking me to come to work for them even before I lost my other job. That was a done deal. There was another company. So I was doing fine. So I figured I'd just take some time off. Then 9/11 happened, and after that I called all those people, and they put a freeze on their hiring right after that happened, and I was kind of screwed. So that's why the next year I took the motorcycle trip around the country. And after that, I didn't want to work anymore. You take a trip for 4.5 months away from everything on a motorcycle, living out of a couple of bags, and you realize how much you don't need in this life, and how much the big fancy job with a management position really did not enthuse me anymore. So I had a big change of heart after that. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Bernadette. Thank you for those super hearts. So that steps me back to what I ended up doing was I ended up working part-time at a music store because I just wanted to be around music for a while. I wanted to change my head. So I started working at the music store. I rented an apartment in the basement of my friend Tony's house. So he had the bottom kind of all set up as apartment, but it wasn't completely finished. So I rewired some and wired in a refrigerator and wired in an electric stove and did some drywall for him and everything, and got that all set up and everything. So I was living cheap in my friend Tony's basement, and was playing out a few places. Had got on with a community church, a big growing community church. I mean, congregation was about 500 people per service, so it was kind of big. Cameras and big drums and everything with the band and everything. So I was playing every weekend that. And I heard something that somebody said that really bothered me. And they said, Danny has a big ego. And it really hit me hard because I'd never thought I had a big ego. And apparently the fact that you can get behind a microphone and get up in front of people and sing and play makes a lot of people think that you have a big ego because you have the tenacity to do that. But it really hurt me because I grew up being extremely shy and introverted to the point where I was afraid to speak in class in school. To get up in front of the class, I would just break into cold sweats and shivers, and I was the most shy, introverted kid you could ever meet. Deathly afraid of getting in front of people and talking and singing or playing music, but I loved music so much that, and some people, if you talk to some musicians, they might say the same thing, that the fear, the passion to want to play music overcomes the fear. And it took me a long time to get to the point of playing music in front of people. You know what? Thanks, Bernadette. Bernadette says, wow, I know what you're talking about. Monet says you don't. As far as ego goes, I mean, I have performed with some phenomenally talented people. It makes me, it makes it even more difficult for me to get in front of people and sing and play. But I think the fact that somebody's willing to get in front of a big crowd of people and sing makes other people that are afraid to do that themselves think that that person has a huge ego. I didn't at the time. I was so scared to go out on that stage the first time with that. I was playing in bands in the 90s in Dallas, and I was in extreme shock when my friend David called me to ask me to play at a club because his keyboard player and his and backup singer didn't show up or wasn't going to show up. So he's like, I need you. And I'd done stuff for David in his studio, just doing keyboard stuff and backup vocals, because in the studio I was fine because it's just me and him and nobody else and everything. But he said, hey, this guy is not going to show up this weekend. I need you. And I'm like, David, I can't sing in front of people. And he's like, come on, man, just this one time. So I said, okay. So I went, and I was extremely scared. And in a bar, it was really kind of funny because nobody's really actually paying attention to the band. You're just kind of up there on the stage by yourself, and everybody's drinking and doing their thing, and nobody seemed to care. So I was a little bit more comfortable with it. And then at the end of the night, I was thinking I'm never going to do this again. And David came up to me with $100 and says, can you come back next week? And I'm like, $100? I'm like, okay. So it actually wasn't until people were paying me and telling me, dude, you're awesome. And of course I think, they were exaggerating, but that got me to the point where I felt more comfortable to perform in front of a crowd. So that was a big turning point there. But yeah, overcoming the huge fear was very, very difficult. I'm back 2 nights in a row. Hey, big hugger. Matt. Hey, Matt, I had a question for you. You said you were a newbie. Did that mean you were a newbie on Periscope or you're a newbie riding a bike? Please respond. I'm curious. Transcends, makes you humble. Music. Hi, Danny. Oh, Jane. Hi, Jane. How you doing? Thanks for coming by. I'm sorry I'm just babbling away right now, but I just wanted to get this off my chest because, I don't know. Like I said, people think you have a huge ego because you sing or get in front of a crowd, and it's like, Some people pass judgment on others. They don't even know the person. True. Yeah, exactly. Dun, 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 dun. New to your scope. Okay. Well, thanks for coming, and thanks for coming back. That's awesome. Did you get a chance to see my website with the motorcycle trip around the country? Actually, I will. Galixy.net. I will pop it up right here just to show the map. In 2002, did you get my PayPal? Oh, did you send me something on PayPal? I didn't pay attention. I need to set that thing up to give me an instant message. And I keep forgetting to do it. But I get emails when somebody sends me something. And I haven't checked my email all day today. I go to work and I'm like, I've sit at this workstation all day assembling stuff. And it's like, the world passes me by all day. La, 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 la. Na, 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 na. Oh wow, I'm missing a bunch of emails. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Jane. See, Jane went to PayPal, this place right here, and she tipped me. And that is so awesome. That, you know what? That makes a huge difference. Thank you so much. Nope, went to bed early last night. Okay. Jane, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Here's one for Jane. Hey, Brian just got here. Brian, where you been? All right, we're going to have to start all over. Okay, so the Great American Adventure, we're going to pull up this page right here, right behind me. Oh, get rid of that. Nobody cares about that anymore. And get rid of me here. The Great American Adventure, sponsored in part by, these people really didn't give me any too much, but the music store, Pickers Supply, they loaned me a guitar for the trip, a travel guitar. Nye River was the community church I was playing for. But here we're going to go down here to the map, and you can see this is the route I took. See, I'm having a weird clicking sound in my ear. Let's see if I can zoom in on this, because I know some people are watching on their phones, and it's not easy to see. So I'm going to zoom in on this. But the snail right there, that's where I started in Washington, D.C. And I went up the East Coast, up to Maine. Then I went over to Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island. I went through there, Nova Scotia. Then I took a ferry over to Newfoundland. And I went all the way across Newfoundland, all the way over there, to the far tip of Newfoundland. I rode a motorcycle all the way over to St. John's, Newfoundland, and then back, and then back. And then I went back. Now I got to move this thing here. Then I took another route, and I went this way, and went down through Vermont and Connecticut and across New York again, Pennsylvania. Now each one of these buttons that's on this map, if you click on these, they'll actually take you to that place to show you pictures. But anyway, we'll go over that in a second. Then I went across the northern states, zigzagged across over to Montana, then went up through from Montana, went up into Canada, Saskatchewan, up here somewhere. Then up here I went on the Alaskan Highway, all the way up to Alaska, Fairbanks, Alaska, then back around to Anchorage, Alaska. And then I rode all the way back, and right down here in Haines Junction in Haines, Alaska, I took a ferry all the way down to Bellingham, Washington. Then I went all the way down the west coast into California, across to Arizona. Then from there, I went down into Mexico. And then from there, I took a ferry over to Baja. Dun da dun da da. Arriba, arriba. And did you drive a Nova to Nova Scotia? Did I drive a Nova to Nova Scotia? No, but I saw a supernova. No, no, I'm kidding. But anyway, bottom tip of Baja at Cabo San Lucas, and in Cabo San Lucas, I met an awesome guy Ed Ives. He won he won the silver medal in the 1984 Olympics for rowing, boat rowing, and super nice guy. And we still talk to this day. He's just nicest guy you could ever meet. Cabo. And then I rode up all the way up Baja to San Diego, as some people call it, San Diego. And then across back over to Arizona, visit my Uncle Carl, down to over to Texas, and then across Dallas, Texas, see my mom, up over and zigzag down through along Mississippi, hitting all those states, then over to down to Florida, down into Florida to Key West, where if you click on this, it goes to Key West. Dun 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 dun, and zoom out. So if you go to any of these pages, there's pictures of all these pages. Hello. And this thing takes a little while to refresh. But then you can go over these little buttons here and go to the next page. Anyway, there's lots of ways you can browse the thing. So let's go back to the map. And then after Key West, I went back up the East Coast, back up to D.C., right where I started. 4.5 months later, reset that. Boing, 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 boing. That was the Great American Adventure. Good old Uncle Carl. Uncle Carl was super awesome uncle in the whole freaking planet. Somebody that, if you think about people in your life that do things for you, my Uncle Carl took me after I got out of high school. Went to live with my Uncle Tony in Montana for a little while, then my Aunt Frida in Wyoming. Then my Uncle Carl, actually in Texas, took me in and helped me get an education. And here's the way I look at parents and people in your life. Parents, it's the job of a good parent to give you guidance in life and pick you up when you fall down. And my uncle picked me up and gave me guidance in life, and I wasn't even his to pick up. So super awesome, super uncle, and he was kind of like a father to me. Where did you celebrate Christmas on that trip? I actually started on July 4th and finished before Christmas. So I was back home, I think, in, let's see, July, August, September, October. Yeah, I was back home by November. So I celebrated Christmas back in Virginia. But I got to visit my sister in Oregon and family scattered around the country. Amazing trip. So how many miles? It was over 30,000 miles. Actually, one of the points here is, let's see, let me go down here. It says questions and answers, 24,900 miles. This little gimmick here that I put on my website was kind of cool. I did it. I accomplished one of the secret goals on my trip. I went over 24,900 miles, which the circumference of the Earth is 24,900 miles. So I went further than the circumference of the Earth on that trip. So yeah, I ended up going over just a little over 30,000 miles. All in one trip. Isn't that crazy? Some people say, wasn't it uncomfortable on your butt? And I'm like, no, after about first 5,000 miles, my butt was numb. Every state except Hawaii. I did not make it to Hawaii. I was thinking I should try it, but I think that I probably would have flooded the bike. Salt water is not good for the engine. So, let's see, any more questions? Moni said Dorkosaurus on wheels. You know what? I wasn't a dork then. I was an idiot, I think. I almost got killed by a truck in Mexico. I was making a left-hand turn, had my turn signal. Everything was, I had a bunch of gear on the back of my bike, but the turn signals were on, and I had turn signal to the left. And I was going to make a left-hand turn into this convenience store gas station, and this truck was coming behind me really fast and decided he's going to pass me on the left. So he laid on his horn as I'm looking in my rearview mirror going, this guy is going to pass me on the left when there was a lot of room on the right. I was actually in the turn lane to turn left, and just blew by me and almost knocked me over with the truck and scared the crap out of me. Almost took me out. And the other time I got scared was, when I got my sleeping bag caught in the back wheel in Florida. Going across the islands, heading to Key West, my sleeping bag fell down and got caught in the back wheel, and I locked up the back wheel, and I went for about a 50-yard skid from 75 miles per hour down to nothing, really fast. And that scared the crap. Well, people say, did you shit your pants? And I said, no, I didn't crap for about a week after that. Sphincter tightened up. That's enough of that. I took pictures of everything while I went, and one of the funny things was the game crossing signs. I like these game crossing signs. They're funny. There's deer. There's chunky deer. There's skinny deer. There's healthy deer. There's funny deer. Then there's just silly deer. And there's elk crossings, all the different elk. Moose crossings, bison, turtles, bighorn sheep, open range. Now when you see a sign that says open range, does that mean that you can shoot cows? And it's open range to shoot, especially cows. In Mexico, there was robot cows. And then there was horses that looked like dogs. And then, of course, the pedestrian crossings. Pants? What pants? I wore pants. That's crazy. Almost hit a moose in Alaska. I almost got attacked by a moose in Newfoundland. Dude, that thing scared the crap out of me. I didn't see any Sasquatch crossings. Nope. Pants? What pants? Wait a minute. Now that's something I haven't seen yet. A sex bot just said, pants? What pants? Hey, but she said there's sweet girls there. A. Doug's Plorway. I just wish one of these sex bots would comment and everybody would go, what? They can talk? Shut up, you fake people. They are huge. Moose are huge. You come around the corner going about 60 miles per hour at night and you see a freaking bull moose in the middle of the road, you will crap your pants. Things were huge. But the bull moose are not the dangerous ones. The cows are the dangerous ones. The one I saw and took a picture of, she chased me. See, where was that? Was that in this one? Next one. There she is. This one actually started chasing me because I saw this cow and this calf out in this field. I'm like, oh, look, a moose. Duh. Danny, hey, look, a moose. Stop and take a picture of it. Get off your motorcycle and walk out in this field. Just take a picture of this moose. She's like, there's a motorcycle over there. So that was the before actually, but then she turned around and started coming after me. So I went back to the bike and got on it and left. Car accident. My friend was killed by a moose. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, they're very dangerous. I was told by people up in Newfoundland to watch out for them. I actually got on TV in St. John's, Newfoundland. So, yeah, they're very dangerous. And yeah, if you hit a moose, I don't know how I missed that one that I came on, but yeah, it was so close. This would be cool if I had this automatically scrolling while I'm playing, right? Yes, Newfoundland. I rode my motorcycle all the way. I took a ferry from Nova Scotia over to Newfoundland, and I rode my motorcycle all the way across Newfoundland to St. John's, and all the way back. And that's when I was actually fascinated by how long it took for the sun to set. I'm like riding along, and I was expecting it in Alaska, but I was riding along, and I'm like, the sun is still not setting, and it's 11 o'clock at night. Crazy. Showtime. Yes, showtime.
Open the curtain wide, open up your eyes, see what's inside. lights. Open the curtain wide. Open up your eyes. See what's inside. It's time for the show. Let's get the show on the road. Leave the worries behind you. Let the music flow. It's time for the show. Let's get the show on the road. Leave your worries behind you. Let the music flow. It's time for the show. Let's get the show on the road. Leave your worries behind you. Let the music flow. It's time for the show.
Getting some popping going on.
Let's
here.
get the show on the road.
Keep the volume down here.
Leave your worries behind you.
Everything's a little too loud.
Let the music flow. It's time for the show. Let's get the show on the road. Leave your worries behind you. Let the music flow. It's time for the show. Let's get the show on the road. Leave your worries behind you.
Uh-oh, keyboards aren't on.
Music flow. It's time for the show. Let's get the show on the road. Leave your worries behind you. Let the music flow. It's time for the show. Let's get the show on the road. Leave your worries behind you. Let the music flow.
Thank you. Thank you, Christoph. Awesome. Oh, something fishy about this show. Can't quite put my finger on it. But there's something fishy going on here. Can't quite put my finger on it. Turn off the reverb. You know, I keep juggling with the fact of, hey, where am I here? Where'd I go? I wish everybody would stop looking down on me. I'm getting feelings of inadequacy. I wish everybody would just stop looking down on me. It makes me feel pressured. Always a pleasure to hear you. Thank you, Christoph. I love the fact that you come here. You know what really is so cool? That we have people from all over the freaking planet that come here on Periscope and join us. I have to apologize right now. I'm going to apologize to Christoph. I apologize because I was raised in a redneck family, a racist redneck family. The N-word was used quite often in our house as I was growing up. And I grew up to discover that there's some really nice people of all races. And one of them was also French. I'd been raised and drilled into me that French people were not nice people, but I have learned on the contrary over the years, and I feel bad that I grew up with these thoughts being bombarded at me, and, you know, I had to learn for myself. And so, you know, when my parents would just start spilling out, parents and aunts and uncles and stuff would start spilling these things out, it was just like stupidity, ignorance, and I, you know, I went to Mexico, and, you know, those people were talked down in our household, and there were some really wonderful, nice people down there. And I went to China, and you know, the slang words that are in my head, I will not say right now, but it is they're really bad derogatory names for all these different people. And Chinese people, I went over there, they were so beautiful and wonderful to me. And of course, you know, I'd already gotten past that. By the time I got out of high school, I think or before that, I realized my parents were just freaking idiots. One of my songs that I actually wrote sometime was called Treat Me Bad, which is kind of the wrong name for the song. The song is actually Don't Treat Me Bad. But, oh, someone just texted me. But let's see. Oh, Austin may be here today, so I have to respond to this text message and tell Austin if you want to. He said, hey, Danny, is my lesson today? And let's see, the last one was the 28th. So, yeah, it would be today then. So, I'm going to say yes, if you want to. Sorry about that. But yeah, Austin is my buddy who comes in every other Tuesday for his lessons. But yeah, it's just some of the hate and negativity of people that they didn't even know. You missed an appointment. Yeah, I missed an appointment again. What? Actually, I got to tell you, this Thursday I'm actually doing the Inventors Forum, so I will not be live Thursday. So Austin says, oh, I'll be there. Okay, so around 6 o'clock, Austin's going to be here. Oh, wow, that's about 15 minutes from now. We love Austin. All right, so you'll get to talk to Austin for just a little bit before I sign off. But yeah, back to the racism thing, and it's just, I have a wonderful friend. Actually, some of you guys met Robert Parker. RobertParkerPiano.com. Remember that, Robert Parker. just one of the nicest guys in the world. And he's enlightened me on certain things that I just never even thought about. The fact that just because he's black, he has to worry and make sure he has his driver's license with him all the time, and not make any mistakes driving and everything, because there's this innate fear that if he gets pulled over, he's going to get harassed. And as a white person, I've always been afraid to carry my not be anywhere without my driver's license, but not for any other reason other than I might get a ticket. But yeah, they let him sing for us. I might do that. That's going to be up to Austin. And Robert, is just like, he's the nicest guy on the freaking planet. And to actually have that thought in your head that it's more than just getting a ticket if you leave home without your driver's license and ID and all your paperwork and everything to other people, it's a bigger thing, and I never even thought about that. But yeah, growing up in that hatred and that racism was just, it was terrible. My dad wasn't as bad as my mom. I hate to say this, but one year, see, I actually would say things to my mom just to get her to get pissed off at me and leave me alone for a while. And one time she was criticizing somebody that was in a relationship with a black person, and she said, I hate to say this, but these are her very words. My mother's gone now, so she was raised up stupid too, but no right to be the way she was in certain cases. But she actually said, next thing you know, they're going to have a bunch of little pickaninnies running around their yard, talking about her neighbor. And I said, well, Mom, Robert is amazing, but hearing him say that is heartbreaking. Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, Monet actually met Robert. She came out here, and she was actually fortunate enough to meet him. So after my mom said that, I said, well, Mom, I've been dating a black girl for a while now, and we're actually thinking about getting married. She got really quiet and got off the phone really quick. That was quite a few years ago. So I like pushing my mom's buttons. after I moved away from home, yeah. So anyway, the racism thing and the hatred of other people in other countries just because you don't know their lifestyle, you don't know what they're going through. We don't know what people on the other side of the planet are going through deep down in their heart and deep down in everything they feel, and it's just pathetic. Sorry, connection problem. I'm sorry about that, Christoph. I actually set my scope up to be lower quality today, and in hopes that would solve that problem, because some people do, have problems like that. So anybody else having connection problems? Because you were good at that. What? Wait a minute, I'm good at what? My dad used to use the words, but was married to a Mexican. How does that work? Yeah. Those racist people that are actually involved with racial people, it's like, what? So anyway, I'm going to do this next song that I wrote, and I actually ran this song past a friend of mine years ago when I wrote it. I'm like, dude, do you have any problem with the lyrics in this song? Because one of the lines in the song is, I won't be the blame this time just because I'm white. Driving your mom nuts. Being that, other people, racist towards white people because of so many white people being racist towards other people. Bigotry is ignorance. I agree. I totally agree. So anyway, here's a song called Don't Treat Me Bad. Without the electric guitar. Oh, yeah, Larry. Gotta love Larry. I love Larry. He's my best friend still to this day. And yeah, that shallow thinking was just rampant back in the day. Larry's not that way anymore.
share it hand in hand? Why must we all discriminate and condemn our fellow man? Why must we always criticize for the color of one's skin? And all I really want to know is, where did it begin? Please tell me why. I really want to know. Please tell me why. Why do you want to treat me bad? Ooh, Ooh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I tried to find the reasons why we're here, and I tried to hide my shame and fears. I won't be afraid this time. What you gonna do to me? Ooh, take it away. I don't need it in my life. Oh, I cannot understand. Why do you want to treat me bad? And I cannot comprehend. Why do you hate me so? I won't be to blame this time. Just because I'm white. Ooh, take it away. I don't need it in my life. Ooh, take it away. Please believe me when I say, you know I'm sick and tired of all the games that people play. I'm talking all around the world. Oh, I look up to my God and I pray, please make this hatred go away. I don't need it in my life.
I pray, please make this hatred go away. I don't need it in my life. Ooh, take it away. Comfortable there. Everybody, it's Austin. Second here. Hold on, I gotta turn all this stuff down. Hey, Sharon from Abilene, Texas is saying hi, Austin. See if I can do this without getting feedback. Can you? Is it working now? He's got the special microphone. Oh, there you go.
Hey everybody, what's up?
Hey, wait. Oh. Hey, you're not even in the view. What's going on here? This camera, this camera. Oh, this camera right here. Let's do this camera. I'll turn the music down a little bit more. Okay. Also, we've got Janice Thompson saying hello.
Oh, hello, Janice. Nice to see you.
Oh, that camera over there is working, actually. If you.
Hey, everybody. What's up? It's been 2 weeks. Again. Yeah, sorry about that. But just so you know, I've been practicing with my guitar some days, but I haven't been singing because I've been getting sick on Labor Day. Yeah, it was terrible. It made me feel like I lost my voice because it was in a deep mood.
Ah, Bruno says hi, hey Austin, and Bruno is saying still look like Tom Cruise. Dude, that's a compliment. That guy's rich.
Oh, very amusing, but if you're saying I look like Tom Cruise, well, I'm not him, actually.
You're not?
No, I look nothing like him. Tom Cruise has green eyes.
Now we're on that camera up there right there. So
how long have you put it up there? How long have you put it up there?
How long? That's been up there for a long time. Actually,
wait. What were you saying for us, Austin? Man, you know I wanted to sing for you guys. But let me think of a song real quick.
Okay, now you're on that camera.
Oh, I know this one.
You know this one? Do you need music in the background? Or turn this.
Oh, yes, but I'm going to need some lyrics.
You need lyrics?
Yes.
Well, should I pull them up for you? What?
Yeah, you can also show the chords.
What?
No reason.
Is there anything else you would like me to do for you, Austin?
I'm more just asking. Oh, look at what we have here. We got ourselves a crazy teacher in the house.
Where?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at him.
You're looking at a copy of him over there. That's what you're looking at.
So you're saying I have a copy of your DNA because I look like a clone?
Wait a minute.
It's a joke.
Bruno says I look like Dom DeLuise. You don't know who Dom DeLuise is, do you?
No, I don't. I do not know who that is.
Okay. Well, here, I'm going to pop up.
Oh, there's a comment saying, oh, long enough to see you, Austin. Yeah, long enough to see you, too.
Here's what Bruno thinks he looks like.
Oh, I think I know him. Isn't he the actor who played as Itchy from All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, there are many types of voice acting he's been doing, but I do recognize his voice.
Dom DeLuise was really actually very large.
Or it could be the other actor that looked like him.
Why is this even popping? I type in Dom DeLuise. Look, why is he in there?
Oh my gosh, that's the actor from Aquaman.
Yes.
But isn't he supposed to have blonde hair? Because that's how the story goes in the graphic novels.
Oh, in Aquaman novels?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know why he would have long hair because, long hair is actually detrimental to swimming. It slows you down.
I mean, yeah. And the weird thing about Aquaman, like for the real life characters, that he's supposed to look normal without the beard.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I was like, if that's Aquaman, shave the beard or get a haircut.
All right, what song am I looking up chords for?
Oh yeah, it's called Big Time Rush and Stuck.
Big Time Rush, Stuck. Oh, I need to put Stuck and then Big
you
Time
need to
Rush.
put in the Rush and Stuck.
Stuck first, then Big Time Rush. Are you going to play your guitar and do this one?
Yep. And there's also a second song that I might sing. It's called It's Like a Bow from Rihanna.
Yes, rest in peace, Dom DeLuise. You may not know this, but Dom DeLuise's son actually was a director of, and here you go, he was a director of Stargate Atlantis.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For most of the Stargate Atlantis, his son was the director, and, well, the guy that played Aquaman was in Stargate Atlantis. What's his name? I can't think of names right now.
Yeah, don't say.
Don't say.
Anyway, let me get my guitar out.
Okay, I'm going to turn this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to get his guitar out. I'm going to try to add some reverb to your voice. Check, check.
Take my phone out. It's a distraction.
The phone is a distraction, yes. Oh, wait, you don't have a guitar plugged in.
No. Oh, and one more thing.
One more thing.
I didn't have your paycheck because I was running out of time.
Go. Just leave.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm kidding. I don't want your money. Your money's no good to me.
Wait. There's a comment saying, do 3 songs, Austin. Well, I guess I could try 3 songs, but just in case I need to warm up my voice first.
Starman, Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell wasn't in Starman. Hit that one? There you go. Got that one. Getting closer. All right, that's enough of that nonsense.
All
You
right.
want a guitar that
All right,
actually
here we
plug
go.
in?
Okay.
Wait, if you play that guitar, they're not going to hear the guitar. They're just going to hear your voice. Do you want a guitar that actually?
Oh, right, yeah. Hang on, people. They're gonna be patient now.
Here, hand me the guitar.
Now, the first song is gonna be "It's Stuck" from Big Time Rush. Okay.
Are you
Take
okay
it.
with the guitar right there?
Careful, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanna. The second song is "Take a Bow" from Rihanna.
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Do you not know who Rihanna is?
Not personally.
You gotta listen to songs. And the third song is gonna be "I'm Yours" from Jason Mraz.
Oh yeah, we're going to do that one.
So, it's time to play. Okay. Now, I think you can scroll the mouse up on the.
I will follow you with that. Okay. So, you want me to play along with you?
Well, as long as I sing along, and yeah.
Yeah.
I already have my cable.
Oh, you want to put it on the 3rd fret, or do you want to? You play this one open, don't you?
I can try the 3rd fret.
Is that a capo in your pocket?
Yep, I've been holding on to it. My thumb joint is a little sore.
Oh,
Don't
man.
understand why. Don't worry, it'll get better soon.
Gotta stop hitchhiking.
I'm not.
Move his chair up. It says move his chair up. Do you want his chair up taller or closer? Because he's already tall as I am, and I don't like that.
I'm as tall as I look. Nothing. All right, people, here we go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. There's so many things that I never ever got to say. 'Cause I'm always tongue-tied with my words getting in the way. If you could read my mind, and all your doubts would be left behind, and every little thing would be falling into place. Yeah, I would scream to the world, they would say you're my girl, but I just keep getting stuck, but I'm never giving up in the middle of a perfect day, while tripping over words to say. 'Cause I don't wanna keep you guessing, but I always end up getting stuck, but I'm never giving up. It's the way I feel when you say what you say to me. Yeah, keeps it running through my mind 24/7 days a week. Yeah, as if you got the time, you stick around and you realize that it's worth every minute that it takes. Just wait and see. I would scream to the world, they would see you're my girl, but I just keep getting stuck, but I'm never giving up in the middle of a perfect day, while tripping over words to say. 'Cause I don't wanna keep you guessing, but I always end up getting stuck, but I'm never giving up. Over the chances wasted. Tell me it's not too late, it's only the nervous nights that keep me balled up inside. Keep getting stuck, but I'm never giving up in the middle of a perfect day. I'm tripping over words to say. 'Cause I don't wanna keep you guessing, but I always end up getting stuck, but I'm never giving up. Cause I don't wanna keep you guessing, but I always end up getting stuck, but I'm never giving up.
Oh.
Bring on the applause.
Yeah, sorry about the applause. Somebody was giving you super hearts over there.
Hey, I like that. Who was that person with the applause?
The applause? Oh, that's me.
Oh,
the applause
no,
button over here.
Oh, okay. Hey, someone says very good. And now for this.
Janice said, "What up, Danny? He is good." Sharon said, "Austin is very good."
Like I said, people, I took choir in my senior year in Carlsbad High.
How's life is East Coast.
And now for the second song, which is I like to call "Take a Bow" from Rihanna.
Do I need to pull up chords for that one?
Well, I just don't have to.
Is it actually? It's a tough song, isn't it?
No, I don't have to play the guitars for it. I could just sing a karaoke.
Oh, you want me to do karaoke version of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But quick question, everybody: do either of y'all know the musician named Rihanna?
Brianna or
Rihanna.
Rihanna. Hey, wait, she was in the movie The Thousand Planets, whatever it was.
I never heard of it. It's this actress. But you know what year she was born in? 1998.
1998.
Or should I say 88? Seriously, she was born in 1988. So you could guess how old she is now.
Rihanna. Monet said Rihanna. Monet knows.
Oh yeah, but only two contestants know who Rihanna is.
Contestants?
Well, I gotta think of a name for the people like seeing the audience in the live video.
Karaoke, what?
Karaoke, take a bow.
Take a bow. There we go. Karaoke, Rihanna, take a bow. You sure you want to do this? All right.
I'm positive.
All right.
I know the lyrics.
You know it? Okay. We have to wait for an ad first. Oh, you know what? This isn't going to... They're not going to hear it.
Oh yeah, shoot.
Because it's going through this thing. I have to do it down here. But you know the lyrics, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to turn this off and let me go down here to this computer here. This one they can hear from because this computer is busy with all this stuff.
Not shine like a bright. Not shine bright like a diamond.
Let me close that.
Take a bow.
Let me close that.
First time I watched Rihanna's music video, it looked like that she. It turns out that she broke up with her boyfriend because it sounded like that he cheated on her. So if either all have, if either all have your own true loves, just always be positive that they would never, ever cheat on you. Because that happened the last time to one of my friends, Brianna Valent. And I didn't say Rihanna, I said Brianna, like last name Valent. I just heard that her boyfriend cheated on her back in Washington. But when she was ready to move back from California, she might find a different roommate to live with. So like I said,
Investigator who works
if you're with someone that you care about, never,
at
ever
Facebook,
cheat
we
on
help
them.
support the local businesses that keep
Gonna
San
be down there,
Diego
by the way.
awesome at all hours.
Keep it
Okay.
local, San Diego.
Oh, that's cool.
Ready for this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, how about a round of applause? Oh.
Okay, give it to me. Happy Tuesday night.
Happy Tuesday.
Well, it is Tuesday. Oh, look, I think I got a comment saying, Austin, do you like Prince?
Yeah, that was Brian. Brian's asking that.
Who's Prince?
Prince. You know, Purple Rain.
I don't know him.
Oh, man.
Seriously, I don't.
Brian actually keeps requesting songs by Prince. I'll do the Prince song, I promise. One of these days I'll do a Prince song.
Oh, wait, there's a song comment saying, he can sing that to his girlfriend.
Yeah, Sharon from Abilene said he can sing that to his girlfriend.
Oh, really? That's cool.
You gonna sing that to your girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Well, you're working on it, right?
I've been single for my life, dude.
You're not. What do you mean all your life?
I mean, like, going through my teenage years, dude.
Yeah, okay. Sharon did say he sings better than me. And Bernadette from Cape Breton Island, Canada, says, "Yay, Austin." He don't know Prince.
No, sorry, I just haven't really heard of him.
Let's see, Prince. Let's see, another song that he would do. Raspberry Beret. She wore a raspberry beret.
Very
Can you
good,
buy
Austin.
in a
Thank you, I
second-hand
appreciate
store.
it.
Woo!
And now, for the last song. Of course, you already know this. I'm yours,
Jason Mraz.
from Jason Mraz.
I'll swap guitars again.
Austin is too young.
You're too young to remember to know who Prince is. Prince was popular back in the 70s and 80s.
Hey, I'm in my 20s, fool.
Yeah. When were you born? What year?
1998.
Yeah. Prince was popular in the 70s and 80s. But he wrote a song called 1999.
Wait,
But that was back in the 80s.
there's a comment saying,
Purple Rain.
well, find him a girlfriend.
Little red Corvette.
I'll find someone that has so much in common.
Much too fast.
I guarantee it.
All right, give me the guitar. Hand
good idea.
Hand me the guitar. Hand it over, mister.
Come on, you. Man, this is really hard. It's like pulling an exercise grip.
All right, so. Oh yeah, it's an exercise book. I'll give you this one back. Careful. Don't bump it into anything.
Harrison, please. Wait. Hold on.
I'm just waiting for you. Go ahead and put your freaking cape on. What are you waiting for, man?
Sorry, I just said I didn't think anyone would hear me with my guitar. Okay, hang on.
Someone's going to have to turn the pages.
Which third? The fourth third? Okay. I think I'm at it. Okay, everybody, time for me to sing. Austin, you did it beautifully. Oh, thank you. Now then,
We're going to do one more song, and then we're actually going to get to work.
Absolutely. And what time is it?
6:27.
Oh, we still got time to rap the song. Now then. Alright, everybody, here we go. 3, 2,
What?
1. We're just gonna get started.
Oh, okay, follow me.
Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to beat you, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks.
But I'm trying to get back before the cool down run on. After giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but to die with invention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some more, learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours.
Open up your mind and see it like me. Open up your plate. into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved, 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 loved. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate our time. It is short. This is our fate. I'm yours.
I always get lost on this part.
Do you wanna come on, scooch on over closer, dear?
And I
Now
will
we'll nibble in your ear.
Where you at? E minor. D. C. C. And A7.
I've been spending way too long, turning my tongue in the mirror,
Bending over backwards just to try to see it clear.
but my breath fogged up the glass.
So I drew in the
face and I laughed.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the season.
But it's what we aim to do.
My name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find the love. The sky is yours, so please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate, 'cause our time is short.
This is our fate. I'm yours.
My guitar doesn't want to stop singing.
But mine does. That's a thing. And that is all right, buddy. Well, but I hope you all appreciate that song. But now it's time for me to get back to work. So I hope you love that song. And thank you. Very good, go Austin. Yes, I appreciate it.
Timing changes. That's a tough one. This is a tough song. He picks tough songs to do.
Oh, you have no idea.
Now we're working on his range, try to get his range up higher because he actually sings a lot lower than I can. He's got a lower voice.
Well, my voice was lower, no thanks to that sickness of mine last week.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the problem. I sang night before and I can do it again.
okay. We'll work on that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be that sarcastic.
You're okay. This is a safe zone. There's no drama here. There's no politics. There's no religion. And there's no Justin Bieber.
Well, sometimes Justin Bieber has issues with the paparazzi.
It's true.
I mean, that's not his fault. I don't blame him. I blame the paparazzi. Oh, look, there are a couple of comments saying, good job. That was the best one, Austin. Great job, Austin. Great job. Thank you. Practice, practice. I'll always practice. That's cool, Austin. Yeah. So, I hope you all enjoyed this live video, but now it's time to get back to work. Goodbye. Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Should we roll the credits now?
Yeah, time for the credits. Time for the credits.
Here's the credits here. And we're going to give them trees. Should I give them trees or slow motion?
Yeah, we could probably try the trees.
Trees. Palm trees there. Oh, it's a bird. Yeah. Crow.
Oh, it looks like a falcon.
Actually, I think it was a... No, that was a crow.
A raven.
Raven. Best quote the raven. Oh, look, Monet said you have a great teacher. You see that?
Yeah, that's called respect.
That's
LOL. Take care and have a good night, everyone.
Good night. I'm going to play some music in the background.
Hey,
Should I play
that's
some
my line.
What's your line? Night all? Good night. Good night. Thanks, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Remember, I'm off Thursday, but I will be back tomorrow. So please enjoy. Peace, love, and hugs, and harmony, and happiness, and all that kind of stuff. So let's turn this music on.